Mm. Well, hello, Craig. Hello, hello. Hello, Jeanette. Let me just text one more person. There we go. Dee Higginbotham. Hello, 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 friends. Hi, friends. So I'm going to start out this live by saying, Craig, I love you, and I bought a bag. Don't yell at me. Just embrace that you didn't send me this listing, had nothing to do with you. My own downfall is myself. Hey, Jolie, started hitting. Oh, oh, Saya! Hello, Saya. Hello, hello, everybody. Hi, Monica. Um, hi, Donna. Hello, friends. I have a couple of puggles running in and out of the room. They found some popcorn in my room once, and now they can't stop looking for popcorn every time they come in here. Hello, Carol. Hello, Jeanette. Um, so anyway, so here's the thing, guys. Ed! Oh my gosh, Ed! Go! Someone go get Winnie. We have all the peeps in here. You know? My twin sister bought a bag today. Well, she has it on a payment plan, but she bought a bag from a person. She's in this group. I'm in the same group, the Closet Treasure. Um, or the Treasure Closet, the Closet Treasure. No, the Closet Treasure. So anyway, she text about this bag, and I'm like, "Oh, Jen, I know her. She knows me. She bought my bag, And so my Renee's like, "Oh my gosh, who do you have a twin?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have a twin." And so we're all talking, and it was like pretty cool. And my sister wanted this bag, right? But Jen's like, "Oh, I'm broke and I don't have money." And I'm just like, the person who's selling her the bag owes me some money for the bag I sold her. So I said, "Hey, take the money you owe me and just make it a down payment for Jennifer's bag." And I said, "Jennifer, you just pay her the balance so that she could buy this bag." Because it's very rare for my Twinkie to love a bag, and want to buy one. And it's a Longchamp. And it's a Longchamp leather bag. I know how much those bags cost. And I'm like, "This is the bag you want, Jenny?" Again, I had leather Longchamp bags. Does she want mine? No, no, no. Um, hello, hello. No, no. Craig, Julie, I actually meant Winnie. I said go get Winnie because Ed was here with us. So if Ed's here and everybody else is here, it's like, where's Winnie? We were missing. Is Dawn here? Saya's here. Winnie might be busy. Let's be honest. So anyway, today was a fun work day. Because we had to stay home. Because we are working on my brand new fiber optics. Now tell me if the internet quality is good. Hello, chats with Chris. Just watch your video. Um, hey Donna. Stop yelling at me. Oh, am I yelling at you? Jolie the Speedy is. Oh, anyway. So anyway, I bought something. I told James, "Hey, are we gonna run an errand? I want to go do this. Do you want to come with me?" And he said yes, because he knows better to leave me unchaperoned. But we were on a very tight time crunch because I needed to get back here. I mean, I'm not going too far away, but I needed to come over here. So I was like, okay, let's just go up there and come back. It will be really quick. I'm just looking for. Okay, I went to the Coach outlet, y'all. I went to the Coach outlet to look for this bag because it has gotten a grip on me. And no, I did not buy it. I wanted to see it first. And when I went to go look for it, I was so very disappointed. They even looked up the SKU number, guys. It doesn't. They don't have it. This is the Coach outlet. This is what they do. They're an outlet. They don't have that bag. So I'm like, but it's an outlet bag. It's an outlet bag. It's like, where is the Hadley? Why don't you have the Hadley? But anyway, so I was in there looking at the 70, they had some shoes 75% off. I bought, I actually did buy 2 bags today, Craig. I forgot about that until you reminded me. Yeah. Um, yeah. So I bought shoes. Okay, let me show you the shoes. So, and there's a bag, but let me show you the shoes first. I know. You're like, what? What? So these shoes were 75% off. So they came to be about $70, okay? Which I thought was a really good price for shoes. I mean, the shoes I wear every day are $100. So I figured $75. I have 30 days to return them because I have to try them on with thick socks or at least socks, you know? So I wanted to take them home to try, but look at these shoes. Look, now I think the laces are kind of meh, but this black leather, brown CC canvas, and what I liked about these shoes, I like um, Coach shoes. We have decided that the boots are more comfortable than the City Walker shoes. We've had a couple. I have a pair of City shoes. James has a pair of the boat shoes and the City shoes, and he just doesn't. We just don't think they're comfortable. But the boots, he can walk in like all day. I'm not too in love with the red laces, but look at actually, yeah, this one. This one is the one I put my foot in. So this one has so this is not a zip up. This is literally laces, you know. But the reason I picked this, even though I might only get to wear it for like a couple days, is fuzzy. Now I realize the fuzziness is synthetic. The canvas is coated. The so this is a factory item. So this is made for outlet item, and this is a fake straight shearling. So the interior is polyester, right? But I have another pair of boots from Coach that are zip up leathers with the CCs and on them, beautiful boots. And I got them to wear during the wintertime. And even with socks, those boots they're not enough warmth for my foot. My feet are cold in those shoes. So I bought them to wear during the wintertime, and they kind of fail because they're just not warm enough. So I figured let's try these, and there's a little bit of a problem with the fur right here, but I don't care. I have boots. If they last a couple years, they last a couple years, right? Thank you. Hey, Vivian. Happy Friday. Hi, Maya. Let's see. Awesome boots. Oh, I tried them on in Ottawa. They fit nicely. Yay, Jeanette. I never known to wear boots. This is a purchase I can get. Oh yeah. Yeah, I only have a few pair of boots. I used to live completely in Western boots. I used to only wear every day. My everyday shoe was a cowboy boot, you know, and I've changed that to the shoes I currently wear. And for years and years and years, all I did was wear a Western boot. But I stopped doing that because, I'll be honest, because I broke my back, it's really hard for me to bend over in the morning, first thing in the morning. I have to get moving and walking, and my joints have to get happy. So first thing in the morning, me getting to put on a pair of socks is very difficult, y'all. It's not something I do, and there's some days I can't bend over. So that's why I have all slip-on shoes. So, but on really, really cold days, um, I will say, James, help me put on socks. And I hate doing that. As an independent person, having somebody else put your socks on for you is not fun. I don't like it, do not enjoy it, but I can't bend over. And since when I fractured my pelvis and broke my spine, um, the flexibility on my left side has never really recovered enough where I can easily, things are not the same. Just put it that way. Putting on a pair of socks is like a strategic move of how to do this. It's not easy. That's why all my shoes are slip-on shoes now. Julie says you need to take those shoestrings out and anyway and turn them into quick dons. Oh, military thing. Oh, cool. Hey, DD Bean. You need boot pulls. I guess not actually putting on the boot. Putting on the boot's easy. I can slip my foot into the boot. That's not the problem. It is honestly putting on socks. Hello, Ravi. I have boots. I'll show them again later because I just put the box down. But so I bought some boots. I only have two pair of boots. Both of them are Coach boots. Um, so I thought, hey, hello, Joe. Hello, Winnie. Hello, friends. But I did buy one more thing, y'all. So I did buy a thing from Dolls Kill, which I forgot until Craig reminded me. I bought a teapot purse, which is completely stupid, and it's novelty. And will I ever carry it? No, but I love it. So I figured it's worth the art. Think of it as art. But anyway, so I went to Coach. I almost bought a bag, but I wasn't in love. I wanted to go to the Marc Jacobs outlet because I wanted to see if they had the canvas, the tote bag in one size larger than I had. They did. It doesn't work for my shoulders, which is why every single time I keep looking at that bag and pick it up and love it, it never gets purchased by me because I just put it right back. Um, so I realized that the tote bag I have for my computer is just going to be the tote bag. Well, I'll show you as I. So this is the medium. This is the medium one. So I was looking for the one size up, and the one size up is large, and it doesn't. It I need something a little bit bigger than this, but not as big as the large. So yeah, no dice. And what did I drop? Yeah. Oh, what a mess. Okay. So I went to the Marc Jacobs store, and my husband did not go in with me. He sat in the car, and I went to go look at the tote bag. He knew what I was looking for, but he doesn't know that the tote bag's $250. I didn't tell him that part. Okay, I just told him he knows I have this tote bag. He knows I like it. He knows I have a computer problem. Not so much the computer fitting the bag, is my books, notebooks. This is the or the power brick and the mouse and all that stuff goes into. So once you cram everything into I have several computer bags, but a computer bag that fits the textbooks I'm carting around to take these exams I'm going to be taking soon in a couple months, that does not work. So I'm like, well, let me go look at the Marc Jacobs store. We'll go look at it. I don't normally buy stuff in there. I've bought 2 or 3 things there over the, like, 8 years I've lived up in this part of the world. Um, but, let me catch up on this. So Winnie wants to know if anyone has the Coach Empire 21. Everybody saying hi to each other, and Winnie is obsessed with the Coach 21. I am too. It's really cute. Seeing the video of it is really cute. You are an obsession. You're my obsession, and you're butterfly. If anyone have a line on an Empire 21, um, yeah, please let Winnie know she wants one. Like Latina, hello Latina. Um, Winnie, try Ottawa, Ontario, or Canada. That could work. Winnie, try the Canadian website. So anyway, so I went to Marc Jacobs. This is a final sale. I cannot change my mind. I cannot say buyer's remorse. I bought it, wept to the car, and said, I'm done. And James was like, of course he doesn't believe me, which is valid. I mean, it's valid. It's completely valid. But I said, but this completes a set. So this helps me get over this. The reason I bought this is the color. If this color hadn't been in there, I wouldn't have bought this. I wanted this one. I have been wanting this one. It's been discontinued for a while. So the fact that it kind of trickled, and so here we go. This is called the St. Mark. What model is this one called? Aqua. The color's aqua. And let me unwrap it for you. Um, so I have this. Jackie, don't you have that? Yes, I know. I have the shoulder bag clutch version of it in neon. So when I saw this one, I was like, they do have the mock croc embossed one in the larger size. that I had been looking at, but honestly, when I saw the floor models, I wasn't too impressed with them in person as much. And again, it comes to the color. It comes down to the color, right? I have enough black bags. I don't need. I if a black bag has to be a really amazing bag for me, guys, because I have a lot of black bags now at this point in my life. So it's like you must compete with every other black bag in my collection. So this is called the it doesn't even give the name actually. It's just aqua. So this bag originally was $395. This one right here. Um, oh my sweater just ate my. Oh hey, I put two poles in the sweater today because of my bracelets. So this thing is tiny. It's tiny. It's virtually useless. Virtually useless. Before the old Jackie who never used a card case would be like, no, 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 this is mini bag. Um, but this one, because I now do use card cases as an option for my licenses and all other stuff, this makes sense. So this I love this bag. Now, a lot of people didn't love this bag. If things are loved by and here's the dust bag, by the establishment, as in the customers buying it, things don't go on sale and clearance and discontinued. They stay in production forever and ever and ever. But things that aren't well loved do go on sale. This is one of them. So this is, let me get the other thing out. This is the care. I think it's the care leather care thing. Yeah, leather care thing. And what I'm going to do is throw this one in here so I can keep a record of this purchase, for posterity, Um, I cannot rest until it's bought. So let's see. Let's get this back in here. So this little teeny tiny lady has a leather lined interior. It has this beautiful shape. Now, the reason why people didn't like this bag so much is it has, when you're going to use it, if you really use it, because you can see, it is going to have creasing here eventually. Depends on how much you use it. It depends on how much you open it. Depends on what, but it will happen at some point. It's leather. It's fine. Hello, everybody. Um, Hi, Apple Blonde. My essay told me that today the first run was limited release, but there's supposed to be a mass release the last week of March, first couple weeks of April. Yeah. Oh, guys, I went to the Coach outlet to go look at a bag that just released, and they don't have it. It makes me mad. They had to look like one of anyway. This is my Marc Jacobs little bag. Look at the color. Oh my God, the color. Look at the color. I mean, is this not the most beautiful thing okay, maybe not to everybody, but isn't this the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? And I really like these ones because well, my name's Jacqueline, so I do like the J. Let's just be honest. We like the J. It's like Dee Dee Bean says that Dooney and Burke is her initials. And I'm like, that's a good valid point. Marc Jacobs, I have a Jacqueline, it's for me. J is for Jacqueline. Hmm. So this sales price with tax was so originally it was almost $400, right? $395. It was on sale for $158 with taxes. Taxes are high here. It was $171.04. So I think for a cute look, a $400 bag for less than $200, I am thrilled. With I am thrilled. The color is just amazing, right? Uh, and they had a couple more there. They have actually some really pretty bags at the outlet. They had some. Oh yeah, it's a very Jackie color. If that had been any other color, even the acid green, I wouldn't have bought it. Because I already had the acid green. But because it was this aqua blue, I was just like, maybe if it had been red, I might have done it too, but so it just has this little shoulder strap, which I'll probably never use as a shoulder strap. What this needs to me is a strand of pearls to go right here. Wouldn't that be pretty to have some pearls just use it as a top carry? I mean, there is a bag on the Marc Jacobs website right now, a new bag that came out from his last collection, whatever, that I just think is stunning, but I just don't have. It's not that I don't have $500. I don't want to spend $500 on one bag if I don't have to. Because it's again, it's the colors. The colors came in if that bag had come out in a big, nice, beautiful bright blue or a royal blue or even a navy, I would have probably talked myself somehow into it. But I'm learning some hard lessons lately about looking at things before I purchase, especially from Coach. We love you, Coach. But Coach and we're having a little bit of a tiff again. We have moments of love and we have moments of frustration. Right now, we're in the frustration part because I really want to see the Hadley bag, which doesn't exist at the outlet. It's an outlet release. I'm like, how can you not have the bag when you are an outlet? This is what your job is. Your job is to host these bags, you know? Carried your denim Rowan. Yes, I have carried my denim Rowan, but today I used this lady, this little dude actually, and see how I move my pin? I took the pin off my Rowan and put it on this bag because this has silver and this is a silver hardware and I really like the way that looked better. And I have plans for my Rowan behind me. We have plans for her. But I have used her. Did I use her or did I just dress her up? I might have used her for like a car trip. Um Fucking Coach, I hate you, but I also love you, darn you. Yes, 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 yes. It's a love-hate relationship. Hey, Cammie, it is absolutely a love-hate relationship. So this is my new bag. You know, the handle's a little bit on the wonky side. It was fresh from the back. I actually normally prefer to take the one off the shelf because I like the shelf wear. I want to know how it's going to look. So this needs a little bit of hanging training. It needs to sit on the doorknob and just hang out. What's the name of the bag? The denim bag you just should. Oh, Maya, that is called the Axle. It's in the men's collection. It is amazing. It is a fabulous, fabulous bag. I think the last time I looked, it sold out, but I also think they restocked. So I don't know. Oh my goodness. The sweater is going to be destroyed if I keep wearing it. My sister gave me this sweater and I love it. I'll stand up so you guys can see it. Um, Look at the sweater, guys. It has smiley faces. Like, is this not the coolest sweater? My sister found it and she brought it home and she says, Jackie, I know you're gonna love this. So let me take off the sweater so I don't destroy it because I've already put 3 pulls in it just because of my bracelet. But anyhow, so uh, there we go. So I sold a bunch of bags. Well, okay, I sold one bag. I gifted a bunch of bags. So let me talk about it. I will get the mail address for your video. Brabby, take the money from your return and get the Hermes Bastia. Ooh, that would be nice. They restocked a large Rowan denim. I know because I just got one. Yay! We are twinning. No, so this is called the Axle. And in the men's collection, it tends to be silver hardware, and this has a nylon strap. It comes with this little card pouch thing. It does not have the cherries on it because this is the men's collection and it's still silver, so there's no cherries. It doesn't have the tan hang tag. It only has one slip pocket on the interior. Hey Robin. So that's Jolie. Yeah, cute bag. Thank you. That's the price they sent me in the invitation. Yay! So let me tell you. So today, one of the things I did yesterday after I was off the live with Jolie and I was listening to Dacob is I sat in here and I was packing bags up. Okay, because I sold a bag. It's going up to I can't remember somewhere up north, and then I gifted a couple bags over to Kim, um, Laviva with Kim. Yeah, Lavita with Kim. Yeah. So those are going back to California, which is funny because when I got them, they came through California, so they are going back to California. And then I sent a bag up to Luxational, and then I sent what else did I send? Lux, Kim, Renee. Oh, I sent Craig the Croc. So remember I showed you that blinged out croc? I mailed it to him today. And then I also mailed a thing off from Poshmark because I sold it. So I sold a bag. I sold 2 bags this month. Very happy, extremely grateful. I will be listing more stuff on Posh. I will be selling a few more bags because I have my room set up in such a way now I can really see more of my collection, which is why when I went to the Dooney store today, I walked in, took photos, looked around, saw beautiful things, and left. And I didn't buy a bag at Coach. I bought a pair of shoes. They had cherries in there. They had denim in there. They had the white cherries, the blue cherries. They had the Quinn bag, which I've been looking at. And good Lord Almighty, thank you, Jesus. I went into that store because the Quinn bag in the regular leather, save your dollars. Don't buy it. It is not, it has a coating on that leather. It's more like a patent leather, where the Quinn bag in the quilted leather is gorgeous, worth the $200. Don't go buy the other Quinn bag. Get the one that's the quilted. The quilted is beautiful. So I went in there to look at some stuff, and then I went over to Coach. Okay, I went to Coach, I went to Dooney, and I went to Marc Jacobs. I bought a pair of shoes and I bought a bag. I walked into Dooney and walked out of Dooney without buying something. And yes, there's things in there I wanted to buy, but I have an extensive collection. So they have to have something spectacular. There's a couple things I am looking at Dooney. If they ever show up, I might buy, but it has to be the right price, the right time, and the right finances. And those were not it. Yay for bag selling. Yay! I'm really happy I finally got the pochette accessories, totally worth it. Yay! I'm so happy, Rabbi, because Rabbi got her pochette accessories. Nice. Winnie almost sold the Chanel, but sadly no. Jolie says, "Oh, the denim Rowan sold out again." Yeah, I'm sure it did. The Rowan is a beautiful bag. It always has been, and I think the size going up a size made the difference. Um, Ooh, congrats, Rabbi. I love my pochette accessories. Didi, sorry, I'm lurking. I'm editing. If I miss comments, hi, back to editing. Hello, lurking Didi Bean. By the way, she had a live today. If you missed it, it was fun. Rabbi says I used it as an evening bag and a wedding. Oh yeah, I mean the pochette accessories. That's why it's so awesome because it's a small bag. You can use it as a pouch. You can use it as a crossbody. It's cute and classy enough. You can wear it to a wedding, no problem, day or night. It's an awesome bag. It's very versatile. That's why people like that bag. Jackie, I'm proud of you. That's excellent for you. Only buy 2 things in your favorite store. Oh my God, yes. And the shoes was actually just because they were 75% off, or I wouldn't have bought them either. But at 75% off for a pair of $300 shoes, I was like, I actually need those. So I just don't have room anymore. It's becoming overwhelming. I have to sell. Me too, Cami. Me too. I have 2 rooms in my house now dedicated to bags. 2 complete rooms. I still have bags in my living room. I still have bags in my bedroom and my closet. I'm trying very hard to get my bags to just these front 2 rooms and just the 1 cabinet in my bedroom. So that is my goal for 2025, and it's working right now because I'm able to see my things. Like, yeah, I bought 2 bags, but I also mailed out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags today. It was $75 in mailing. It was expensive, y'all. Mailing ground, it's about $15 per regular package. The expensive package was $25 because it was going further and I had insured for a higher dollar amount. The cheapest thing it was for me um, to mail actually was to Craig. Normally it's expensive, but it's the first time I've only mailed something tiny, so it wasn't expensive. Jackie, are you starting to starting a stuffed animal collection too? I've always had a stuffed animal collection, but I've been wanting to put my things I love the most behind me. I'm doing a whole Louis Vuitton corner. I'm doing a whole, you know, Disney moment. And I also put these ones behind me to get them away from the littles because these are not dog toys. And my pugs have been really good about not taking them. Like when we had Milo, I couldn't have any of my toys at this level because he could just come and get them and he loves stuffies. So our whole house is full of dog toys and I've always been a bear collector. I've always been a bear collector, like forever and ever and ever. Collecting stuffed bears was my first collection. The first collection. I saw Lisa has a vlog sale. She got a good, oh man, she had a Winnie. There was a thing in there, if I had the money, I probably would have bought it, but I didn't, so I didn't even look. I looked at the listing, what she was selling, and I was like, "Oh, she's selling that," and then I, um, clicked off. She does very chic. Let's see. Avalon, I'm almost jealous of all that you have that much space for bags. I have a shelf in my closet for bags. This is the one thing I can tell you about Texas. Our real estate, while it can be expensive, our homes tend to be larger, because we do have more space. Like the house I live in now, it's 1,600 square feet, um, which is it's just two of us. So the front two rooms are mine. James has his office, and then we have well, okay, so there's this room and the other room is gonna be a guest room, right? We're transitioning, from his mom's space to our space again. And then we have a living room and a kitchen. The kitchen and dining space is the same space. There is no separate formal dining. So we have a living room and a dining kitchenette room, and then we have our main master, right? So it's nice when you only have two people. Um, Ignore this, Jackie. Oh, whoa. Craig, Travis gets me a stuffed animal every time he screws up Kate. I have a stuffed animal falling out of. It's funny. That's funny. Here's a stuffed animal. Please don't get mad. He'd be smarter if he handed you coffee and a handbag. Cammy says, Apple One, I have one closet and with shelves with my bags, 5 shelves in the closet. I share with my husband. No big closets there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, me too. The same thing, like, with me, it's like, the way I store my bags, y'all, people cry and weep. People are like, "You can't have things touching. They have to be in a dust bag." I'm like, "This is a leather bag. You have to sink, swim, and survive on your own. Like, you must be able." I try not to put like, I have ruined one bag because of how I stored it, and I'm gonna get that fixed. So I have learned, but, I try not to put dark things next to light things because there is transfer. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, they're expensive, but I'm not gonna baby my bags. They have to be able to survive me. Um, I don't even have a shelf for my bags. This is Jeanette, the Apple Blonde. I have an IKEA bookshelf for my bags. The rule for me is that it will not have more bags that. Oh, that's smart. You know, Maya says if he handed him coffee, he'd probably get thrown. Oh, no, 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 Maya. See, if Travis handed him coffee, Craig would like, thank you for the coffee. He loves coffee. Um, Jolie says we are empty nesters, so we each have an office, and there's still a guest room. Yeah. Craig says, Cami, have you thought of getting some Billy bookcases from IKEA? There's some with glass doors. It will look nicer. Cami says all my bags are in they're dust bags, but they are smashed up against each other. Yeah, I don't care about the dust bags where I'm at because I want to see my bags so I can. If I don't see them, you know, okay. Some people who have their bags in dust bags, what they do is they take a Polaroid or they just get photos, um, wallet-sized photos made at Walgreens or something, and then they put them on the outside of their dust bags so that you can just see lined up what bag you have, because that's some of the problem, right? If you don't see it, you forget you have it. You're like, oh, which is that one up on the upper right? I used to know where all my bags were, and then that's when I only had 200. And then as now that I have, more than 5, I don't know where they all are, and that's really bothering me. Um, Cammy, we need um We need to move to the burbs just so we can have more space for bags. I store bags inside bags to maximize space. Yes, Apple Blonde. I think I'm also tapped out of space for bags. Just nothing. Yeah, you know what? The only thing I was really looking at was the Quinn bag from the outlet, from the Coach outlet, and the Hadley, which they don't even have. And the bag I am gonna end up with some version of this, I know. There's coming out with a new color. Coach Boutique is coming out with a color called Bluebell. That blue is perfection. If it looks as beautiful as it does on my computer screen, I will be sunk. Now, if I go see it in person, it's not the right hue, I can survive. But I will not know until I see it in person. Each of the dust bags have a pic pinned to the bag. And yep, that's exactly it, Craig. Coach in Ottawa, Canada has your email address. Cami, oh, got ya. Oh my God, Craig, I expect nothing less from you. Yes. Katie says, most of my bags are Jujube Bet class. I love Jujube with Tokidoki and Sanrio. They're stuffed into storage ottomans. Most of all the other bags are in the closet shelves in the bedroom and my parents' room. Um, Craig says, Rabby, right? Yeah, we wrap. Not only does Craig have things all lined up in a row, he probably has everything listed down in detail from date of purchase and how much he spent and the original receipt. This is Craig. Kimmy says, D, that's exactly why I don't use half of the bags because I don't see them. I have no idea what I have anymore. Yes. My little ADHD brain loved it. Work, that's very clever idea. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you're gonna do it, do it right. When it comes to organization, especially if you're that person who always wants them in the dust bag, then you need to make sure you can still find them. Okay, coach will contact you, says Jeanette. Wait, that Bluebell, a royal blue, like sports blue. It's Bluebell. The Bluebell is more like kind of like the aqua. I actually have a photo. I took this photo off of um a YouTube, no, an Instagram influencer that's a Coach employee out of what's that place called? I think Malaysia. I think this was from Malaysia. Where is the photo? Come on, photo. Oh, is that the photo? Okay, so this is a photo. No, guys, this bag is not an AI. Your screen is not melting. This is a legitimate photo from an Instagram, of a Coach influencer in Asia where this bag's already out. So this color is called Bluebell, and it's this beautiful blue. It's not the sage. It's like a stormy, it's not even stormy. It's more blue than gray. So it's not a gray blue, but it's not a baby blue. It's just this beautiful shade of blue. At least this. I can show you, Lori, I'll show you again what I have. Um, uh, they have a bunch of belt bags. They're in open bins in my room. Yeah, I don't use belt bags. Jeanette, probably because they're unboxing on your channel. Did I miss? Yes, you did. But Lori, I'll show you again. You did, Lori. Okay, nice chatting with. Good night, Cami. So this color is Bluebell. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But I don't like this bag. I mean, tabby, a melting tabby. I mean, literally, the sea is made melting. It looks like a wave bag. You know how Louis Vuitton did that wave bag that really didn't catch on too well? Well, apparently Coach decided to do something, abstract and modern. I don't know. So this is what I unboxed. I unboxed this bag right here. Um, D also do the same. I like all of my bags to have in one spot. I don't plan on using it. I donate or sell. Good plan, guys. Don't do with me. I get emotionally attached. It's easier for me to gift something than it is to sell something. Financially, it's not the better plan. Financially, the better plan is even if I sell it for $20, it's more than $0. But so I will be listing more stuff this weekend. I will be putting stuff on Poshmark because there are some bags, my newer bags that I have never used. I had this bag for like 2 years and I've never used it. And I don't plan on using it. I bought it because of the color. Um, let's see. Yes, the MSCHF bag. Yes, but this one's really dumb. I mean, I think it's there just to appeal to the Gen Z, and Gen Z loves Coach. I mean, we're not lying here, but I have to see that one in person. Now, in person, that bag could be the bomb. But right now, I'm like, I don't know if I want a melting bag. You know, it's too much reminiscent of the hourglass. Not so much in the shape, but shaped bags like that are very of the right now moment. And I like keeping and y'all, you're like, Jackie, you're holding a shaped bag. Yes, but this is a bag I can wear in 20, 30 years and I'm still gonna carry this. Now that wavy bag, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'd have to see it. I'd have to see it. Um, I used to store my handbags in their dust bags, and then I heard that's not good. Yeah, it's not actually the best for your bags to be in a dust bag. Air circulation is actually really better, but UV light can damage your bags too, so it's kind of a catch-22. It's better just to move your bags around and rotate them a little bit every once in a while. You know, I wear a belt bags crossbody extenders. Amazon has them for Lululemon. Marilla, hey, yes. So yeah, this is the bag. This is the bluebell color, and this is the, I don't know what they're calling this tabby, but I just call it the melting tabby, like a wave. It looks like a wave. Like I actually like the shape of the wave. What throws me off is the melting sea. Now, if the sea was straight and regular, I would like it more. It's the melting sea that drives me nuts. It's like I don't know. My brain doesn't like this. Let me see if I can find the influencer that posted this. I did share his post earlier. He's one of the influencers that is in Malaysia. Let me see if I can find his name. Yes, here he is. It's Wang Xian. Anyway, I'm probably butchering that name, but let me see if I can find what this thing is called. Um, which posting was that from? This one. So this is the first picture on his post, and it's this raspberry color, right? It says, "How about that? The sad tabby." He's playing and scratching furniture. Yeah, I don't have that. I like it's different, but I don't not. Yeah, I'm not a huge tabby fan. I don't dis. I don't hate the tabby, y'all. So this is they have it. It's coming in white. This bone. I'm not sure if that's chalk. It looks a little more like a winter white, which is weird. And then they have it in this pink color, and they have it in this straw color. And then this is more of the amazing bluebell. Oh, this is oops. No, no sound. No. So yeah, so this is look at this. Look at the color. Like the color is just like, oh, I love you. Um Dang it, I have too much money in these bags. I have to be overcautious. Yeah. I like it's different, but I'm not into tabby. Yeah, I'm not into the tabbies myself, but look at this, guys. This is the chain tabby. I love the chain tabby. So there's not all tabbies are equal. Look at this denim, the new denim drop coming. Oh my gosh, it's like you're killing me, coach. And that's still like, that's like a $700 bag, y'all. You know, that's a $700 bag. It's like, it's true love. True love. And then look at this. This is the denim drop for the boutique. This is not the cherries denim. This is was coming out in the boutique. Now, do you see this bag? I believe that's a men's bag. Saya has one similar to that in a different way, but I think it's the same bag as Saya has. Like, oh my God, you know. So, and oh, look at this. Stop it. No songs. This denim. I'm like, this is a gray, not black, but a gray denim. I mean, look at that. It's just gorgeous. I'm like, Coach, I hate you. I hate you and I love you. It is a love-hate relationship, and they get released out in Asia first. So this one, his location is Malaysia Coach Outlet in Utama. That's where he's located, but they don't ship to America. Uh, Marilla is the post with a different Empire bag is phenomenal. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Just that bag is so beautiful. Just beautiful. And this is Morella's post, guys. Let me show you. So this is her Instagram. If you're not following Morella, you got to follow Morella's Instagram post. Her bag collection is epic. Do you see the family? She needs to get 21 now. Just saying. So she has the East-West version. She has a tan version. And these are two different sizes. Let me see if you can see all of them lined up together. Look, the gorgeousness, the gorgeousness, you know. And let's see if we have, I'll just slide through the photos. And our kitty cat photo, because kitty cats are the bestest. Do you have a kitten? Wait, is this a new kitten? Or is this a baby pictures of the current cat? Um, ooh, her 34 came in. Oh yeah, look at this. Look how beautiful. Look how gorgeous. That brown. Oh, just Marilla has so much. Marilla, you should have a YouTube. I'm just saying. Just like you have the best collection of bags. It's just stunningly beautiful. Let's see. I had a whole bunch of things come in the mail. Let me see. Okay. Oh, I mailed out my Neverfull to get repaired. The Neverfull I traded Jolie. I gave her a ring and she gave me a Neverfull. So I sent that off to California to get repaired. So I'm not doing it um baby Sophia. Okay, good. Because I'm like, this looks like Sophia. But I get Sophia confused with Lori's cat. I know they're not the same cat, but I still get them confused. I'm a dog person. Forgive me. Anyway, mailed out so I contacted this lady to do the leather repair, the same one that Ed Braun had used. And she has a shop I can't remember how you say the name, but the name of it's Baja Cobblers out of California, and I can't remember the name of the actual address. But anyway, so I mailed it out there. I was talking to her via email, or not email, but I actually ended up talking to her through Facebook. Was easier than Instagram or email, so we were just Facebooking. So, and I was messaging her, and I said, and so I measured the strap drop of the Neverfull GM strap drop. So from the top of the strap to the top of the bag, not where it's attached, to the top of the bag is 8 inches, which is the minimum strap drop for me. My most comfortable strap drop is 12 inches. 10 into 12 inches is I love you. 12 is perfect. 10 I can deal with. 8 is like, oh, do I have to? It's too far up under the arm at an 8-inch drop. If they're sagging in the bag like it's meant to be like a hobo, yeah, that's different. But if like the Neverfull, so I asked her, can you please make my strap drop 12 inches from the top of the bag to the top of the strap. And let's see how it comes out. She might have the bag for up to 20 weeks. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah. That's where we're at with that. We'll see how it looks when it comes back. Um Lori's cat Sabrina and Sophie and Sabrina. I know they're not the same, and I get them confused all the time. It's a shame. It's a shame. I would never do that with my pugs, but I can deal with 8. Just saying. Winnie, you. Oh, a lot of people love the 8-inch strap drop. Not me. People who swear by the Neverfull having the perfect strap drop, I think, are people who have very skinny arms. That girl is not me. I am not that girl. I am the girl with larger arms, guys. As we can see, I'm a larger person. So let me move this over here. I've been messing around with my background, changing stuff out. I got some new shelving things, bin things, and I thought it was going to solve one problem. It didn't. Craig, Craig, I know. Minnie. I mean, Winnie. I got it too, but we're keeping it PG here. Not that often anymore. I miss my cat Jennifer. So anyway, I'm gonna take my medication while we're hanging out. How was everybody else's Friday? I have a sinus headache, y'all. I know I sound happy and chipper, but that's just pure lie right now because I'm hoping to get through this migraine. No, it's not a migraine. It's just a sinus headache because the weather. I'm serious. This weather, y'all. It was 30 degrees this morning. It took me all day to get warm. Like I was seriously in a sweater. Like, and I said, James, turn on the heat higher. Turn the heat higher. I'm gonna die. Oh, Lori has a migraine. I'm so sorry. So yeah, this is gonna be an ibuprofen moment. Not sponsored. I think it's funny. We all have to say not sponsored for stuff anymore and I don't think people even think that people are sponsored anymore because it's so obvious when people are sponsored. It's like, and thank you for Ideal Jewelry for sponsoring this part of the video. I mean, there's a clear announcement. I was watching Hey Everybody, and she got some bracelets from Otter Spirit, which I have purchased myself before. I think they're right over there. I'll show you guys. So she has a code right now for 20% off your order, and I almost bought something. And I'm like, Jackie, you have bracelets from this company. You're not wearing them. So I'm like, don't buy more bracelets. So I didn't. Sometimes impulse control does work because I went all the way to the checkout process and then thought about it. Like, so look at my collection of bracelets right now. I'm not in my bead bracelets right now. I'm in a different type of jewelry right now. So I'm like, I'm learning to wear this ring on my index finger because I've had this ring since college. I bought this with student loan money. I've never said I've been good at my finances, y'all. Nobody in their right mind has ever said Jackie's smart about how she uses money. No, no, no. Did I use student loan money to buy jewelry? Yes. And a bed and a dresser. So I had a place to sleep. I did buy responsible things. This is the non-responsible thing. So what am I missed? Mine was a busy X-ray lots. Ooh, how do you like your new job, Dee? Are you happy to be back in the swing of things? Julie, yes, he will, and plays with food, and oh yeah, tries daily to eat Chanel. Malcolm, the demon cat, y'all, the demon cat. He only loves Travis, and he tortures everybody else. I use my student money for Los Dragos. Oh, your cat had expensive taste. Oh, Malcolm is just like Malcolm's an expensive cat. Malcolm's a full Maine Coon, guys. Malcolm's like a little mountain lion. Malcolm, do not get full. That Maine Coon is ginormous. Jackie, when you go back to school, take a finance course. Though I know. Somebody says you should do a business. I almost got accepted into the College of Business, and I laughed. And I said, I don't think that's for me. Yeah. So Dee says she's loving it. So Dee started a new job, which she's loving, which is very important. We have to love what we do every day. We spend our life doing it. So anyway, so I've been changing out how I wear my jewelry, and I changed out my necklace, guys. So if you guys can see, you can't see, but I put this on my Instagram. This is a little Donald Duck, Disney character charm from Pandora. I got it 70% off and I've been looking at it for like a year. I've been following it for a year, and it has a little bit of gold on there. There's a little man-made diamond in there. And then I have this bead that was gifted to me by a friend and subscriber who gave me this bead. And this bead has their hearts on it, and it has little gold hearts, and this has a little bit of gold on the feet. So I changed out my chain and my pendant because I've been wearing the amber pendant for like almost 2 years now. That I thought, well, maybe let's change this. And I would like to get another bead to balance this out, but I'm not in a rush because any of the Pandora beads with gold on them is like, even though it's just like a touch of gold, it's just a silver bead with a little hint of gold on it, and it's like add more dollars to that. I'm like, I don't want to pay more, you know. 90 pounds, wow. I know Maine Coons are a large breed, but didn't think they'd go up to 90 pounds. Yeah, I'm telling you. I don't know. I think you got bait and switched on that cat. That cat is a demon cat. Like when we say demon cat, we mean he's a demon cat. Um, meds meds and fat fingers. 30 pounds, right? 30 pounds? 60. I thought it was 30 pounds. Hmm. Malcolm is 90. Nope, sorry, 60. 60 is pretty dang big for a cat. 60 is big enough. Yeah, Maine Coons get big, guys. And they're very musky. Okay, cases, I only had one student loan from my last year after I quit full time and I paid that college books fees. Yeah, it took me, I mean, honestly, I didn't really know what I was doing when I took out the student loan. Um, because, it's the way it is. I only took out one student loan. My dad actually did pay for my education. The student loan was honestly for me to be able to pay for other things because while my father was very generous with certain things, he was not generous with other things. So one of the things was all the items in his home were his things. They were not my things. They were not Jennifer's things. They were his things. So if I was ever going to leave home and take a dresser or have a bed, I could not take the ones I had grown up with. Those were his things, right? So we had been in twin size beds for years and years and years. And finally, I said I wanted to buy a new bed, and I bought a bed with student loan money, and that was queen sized. And then I bought a dresser because Dad was very clear in saying that all the furniture in his house was his furniture, and that, and I do the long plan, guys. I do the long con. I am that girl. I took the long journey. I went and got my associate's degree first because I figured if I didn't finish college, I still would have a degree because not everybody who starts college finishes college. So I did a 2.5 year plan to get my associates, and then I transferred into got my college degree. So the same thing, when I realized that my father was dead serious about everything is mine, when he bought me my first car, which was a 1981 Ford F100, and this was in the 90s, so this was not a new car, but it was new to me and it was mine. It was in his name. And he paid the insurance and he paid the gas. And then he got tired of doing that for his college age students. So he said, or children, he said, I'm done paying for this. You guys work part-time, you pay for your insurance. That means the next day I was down at the courthouse, not the courthouse, but the tax office. How do I transfer this car into my name? You know, so I knew at that point I had a car in my name. I paid for my own insurance. I was working 1 day a week. I was in college, going to junior college. Um, Knew I didn't own anything in my house. Nothing I owned in my home was mine. So I knew that other than my clothing, like he's not gonna my clothing, my jewelry, that was mine. But like the bed I was sleeping in, the furniture we were using our whole life, those were his. These are not things he bought for his kids to have. These are things he owned. He custom made that dresser. He custom ordered that dresser in Korea before I was born. So he wasn't gonna say, no, when you leave home, you can take this teak custom ordered chest with you. He said, no, that's mine. It's staying here. You can go and you can buy your own things. Right. So what I did was with my student loan money, that one student loan, I was able to buy, I bought, the ring, but I bought a bed, I bought a dresser, and I knew that I had a bed, a dresser, and a truck. That's what I knew I had. So when I was at college and um, thought I don't think I could fit massive here. So anyway, so at college, I had already moved out of my dad's. I didn't. Okay, so I moved in with my friend Kenny. Love Kenny, and for one semester, because I was over living at home. I wanted to get out more than anything, and I did not want to live at home anymore. It was driving me crazy to live at home with my sister and my father. So I graduated college. Dad paid for my last trip to go visit my mother. I spent 7 weeks with my mother. I came back and I had a gallbladder attack. I essentially I was very, very ill. And ended up in the hospital. This was my first the first major surgery I remember having as an adult. Um, and I had to move back home from my friend's house because I had to recover, right? I had to recover. So, um, I had moved back home and I was not happy about it. And I found my first job because I graduated college. I had gone to see my mom. I'd come home, had surgery, was in recovery, was hired February of 2005. I was actually considering going back to college for my master's degree and just dealing with living at home because I had a geography degree. I originally was going to go into the NSA, but my recruiter who was recruiting me in, once I did the first background check, they found out my stepfather worked for the intelligence office in another country. So they're like, yeah, you don't count. We can't take you. Sorry. So I'm like, great. Well, that was plan A. So what's plan B now? So I'm like, now what am I going to do? So I got the job in 2005. That's where I met James. And I lived at home and James and I dated, and I did not. Well, that we didn't date. We weren't even. We just met. We were just coworkers. By December of 2025, we had. Did we move in by that point? I think we moved in either that December or right after. We had moved in really close. I moved in with him, and then I moved out of my dad's house and I never looked back and I never wanted to go back. And I did ask at one point, like, I said, can James and I move in with you for a while to save money to buy a house? And he was like, well, you can't bring your dogs. So I said, well, okay, then we're not going to do that. So we stayed in the apartment, what we were in. And then the rent kept going up higher and higher and higher. And then I said, well, let's buy a house because it's cheaper than rent right now. And it was. This is in '07. So we bought our house in '07. '08, the market collapsed. It's like the whole drama of Jackie's life, you know? So I'm a long planner. I like long planning. This is the first time in my life I've stopped a long plan. When we bought our first house, I had planned to have that paid off when we were 50. And we would have had it paid off. By the time we were 55, it would have been paid off, the whole thing. But because we had to move, we sold that house to our brother-in-law. So a song and a dance and a steal. I closed out my 401k and helped his mother. I gave up on the dream of owning my house, and I look at my house as perpetual rent. And I'm just like, at some point we'll sell it. Hopefully we'll be not upside down. Hopefully we'll make money or at least break even. Um, but yeah, that dream went away. So I stopped doing long-term dreams when it comes to long-term planning like that. So I don't do that anymore. But my long-term inclination has always been to do that. But then I got hit by a car in 2012. And it kind of changed my perspective. You know, Katie, for the sake of your back, get a new mattress. Oh yeah, get a new mattress. Um, not mine. I know, Dee. I need to clear out my room so I can bring in a new mattress. It's so cluttered. Well, normally when you order a mattress from a company, they will take your other one out. There might be a fee. Uh, I sleep on a twin in my house. Craig says he's so smaller. Yeah. Katie says, in the meantime, I take ibuprofen when my back hurts. My parents' bed is a queen, also very old, but the mattress is more comfortable so I can sleep on it. Yeah. Getting sleep is important. We have bought so many mattresses in our lifetime, my husband and I, trying to find the right combination to work. Um, they were they were just coworkers. I'm probably going to stick with the twin because I like having room to move if I don't have a problem sleeping on a twin now because a king bed is just two extra long twins put next to each other. Um, so I actually enjoy sleeping on a queen with James whenever we go on hotels and stuff because it's novel because we've been sleeping in a king bed so long. I mean, we shared a bed with a Great Dane. He was 110 pounds, you know. Yeah. Jackie, you're going back to school. What are you going to say? I'm probably going to go back next year to get a certificate in land surveying for my day job. So I don't need. Okay, Jackie with a geography degree, most of masters. If I say something is done correctly, whatever. Jackie with a 1-year certificate, the state license with a board, all of a sudden, yeah, that's that's certified. BS. It's like my geography degree means Jack. It means Jack, nothing. It means I'm educated. It means I can research and write papers and I know what I'm talking about. But to get the certification, so I need to go back to college, junior college, to take more classes for classes I've already done, but they're called something different now. Yeah, yeah, whatever. I just want to get the certificate. I'm taking some courses in the spring for another certification for a certified photogrammetrist. It's through a society of photogrammetry. It's involved. It's basically geomatics and it's measurements. Can you take measurements? And y'all, basically, it used to be like this weird thing that only surveyors knew about and some geographers know about, but now that everything's on GIS platforms and everything has, everybody uses Google Earth and but they don't really understand how Google Earth works. So it's like my job is becoming more and more and more involved because I work in a 3D work environment. So I work in 3D. I build and draw in 3D. I edit in 3D. I do everything in 3D. So to me, that's as normal as anything. But that is not normal for how engineering plans, or if you ever looked at an engineering plan or an architecture plan, they're flat paper, right? Flat paper and it's 2D. Well, we've always had the technology to put it in 3D. Most of that CAD work is in 3D. It's just flattened out so that the engineers and the builders can look at it and it's something they're used to looking at. So now there's a huge push in delivering everything in a 3D format so that you can look at it. It's already produced in 3D. The CAD, the building, the schematics are already in 3D. We flatten them out to deliver them to the engineers. It's so stupid. And it's been like this for years. So like when they tell us that we're trying to just get people to use a different format and it's like pulling teeth because the same old, same old. We've always done it this way. Just because we've always done it this way doesn't mean that's the only way to do it. Just because when you went to medical residency, they treated you like a dog and ran you tired and ragged doesn't mean you have to do that to every medical residence ever. Personally, as a human being who's a patient in a hospital, I want the medical residents to be rested and well and not exhausted and sleep deprived because they're going through some weird hazing boot camp because, oh, well, it's what we've always done. Katie says, I got my BA in psychology in 1991, 5 years plan, accounting classes in 96, law classes in 98, and I used none of it. What did you end up actually using, Katie? Jolie says, thumb up alive. Winnie says, I used to be wild. I know it's hard to believe this. You met Bill somehow, you know. How long did you and James date before he proposed? Let me tell you about the proposal story. James can propose. When I tell you I am not your typical normal person, um, luxational. Yeah, so no, I am. James didn't propose, guys. We were living together in separate rooms. We were not actually dating. We just lived together. I worked day shift, he worked night shift. I had feelings for him. He had feelings for, well, he didn't acknowledge any feelings for me. Um, so we were just dating and spending all our time together and cooking and spending basically, we just spent all our free time with each other and lived in the same place. But we slept in different rooms. And no, there was no canoodling. He's a good, pure Christian, Episcopalian, repressed Puritan. Um, so that didn't happen. And I didn't push it. I'm like, we had just gotten out of some horrible relationships. I mean, horrible. I was never going to date again. I was going to be the crazy cat lady. He had had a horrible relationship, a really horrible relationship. He was like, I'm done. I'm never dating anybody again. And so we actually were roommates because he needed a roommate. And I was like, well, I kind of knew how I felt about him, but I'm like, I need to get out of my dad's house, and he needs a roommate, and there's 2 rooms in this apartment. Like, yeah, I'll move in. So I moved my bed, my dresser, and I sold my truck and bought a washer and dryer. At this time I had already bought another car myself. I had bought a 2000 something Chevy Aveo. I can't remember what it was, and it was around $12,000 at that time, brand new, because this was in the early 2000s. And so anyway, James and I are dating, and we're spending all our time together. We've gone on vacation. My sister's mad because every time she calls me and says, "Hey, let's go do something," I'm like, "Well, let me ask James." And I say that so many times now. She was like, "Either you are dating or you are not. You do not have to tell him what you're doing or ask him anything. If you want to go hang out with me, you can." So I said, "Fine, James, are we dating?" And he looked at me, deer in the headlights. And he's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Jen, we're dating." And hung up the phone. Right. So James and I are now dating. He's acknowledged that he has feelings for me. I already knew I had feelings for him. Right. So basically, we're just at this point, at some point, we change from 2 bedrooms to 1 bedroom. I mean, it's still the same 2 bedroom apartment, but one just becomes um, an office, and one's a living room, and then we have the bedroom with my bed in it. Right. So we share a bed. No canoodling. Yeah, we probably kissed. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But so yeah, it was fine. And then we had gone on vacation, and we were talking, and all our friends were getting married. We were 24-ish at the time. And he and at 24, all of our friends, I mean, people just were getting married, and like, man, this person getting married and that person. And when you first get to college and you have your first job, and then you get the reality kicks you in the butt of how much student loan debt you have and how much credit card debt you have and how much money you don't actually make. How are we supposed to survive? And then all your friends are getting married, and you're going off to these weddings. And I said, oh, I cannot believe XYZ is getting married. And his brother had gotten married the year before. And basically, James says, I don't think we should get married this year. We should get married next year. I said, okay. And then next morning, I said, James, did we agree to get married? And he said, yeah. I said, okay. That's how we got married. We literally got married because, um, because it was like, I was fine living in sin and living in never being married. I was not fine with something happening to me and my father being my next of kin. That was what did it, y'all. That's what did it. It was like knowing that if something had happened to me, because my health has never been great, and I had a tonsil issue at the time. I had a tonsil ectomy, which is nothing makes you feel like your mortality more than going through a surgery and then having your tonsils removed and cauterized. So I knew that I didn't want my father making the choices for me if something happened in a hospital situation. So James and I talked about this, and we were actually engaged for over a year. Um yeah, so we got married when we were 27. We met when we were 25. I'm sorry, we weren't 24. We were 25 when we met. We were 27 when we got married. We had already bought a house. We had been living together. We never did anything until after we were married the 3rd time, y'all. Because I'm telling you, good Puritan, upbringing. He couldn't do. He was very much like, no. I'm like, okay, fine. Me? I was raised by heathens, y'all. My mother was Buddhist and my father was a Baptist who's never baptized. That's how this went. I was Episcopalian, but so I said, okay, no problem. I become Episcopalian because I had friends who were in the Episcopal Church. He was Episcopalian because his family was Episcopalian. And so, and we talked before we even got married. I says, I don't want children. I flat out said this I was 25 years old and says, I do not want kids. And he says, okay. I says, if it happens, It happens. Like, because, all the preventing and planning in the world, sometimes it happens, right? So I says, but it's not something I want to do in my life. I don't want to be a mom. Having lived through the life we had lived through, having children was never in my plans. And again, I would have been very happy just to have lived in sin forever. Um, I was fine with that. But we got married and we've been married ever since, and we're fine with that. But no, there was no actual proposal. There was no dating or courting, or we just always gelled. We always worked well. We always talked. I tell everybody I clubbed him over the head and drug him home like a cave woman. I knew what I saw with James, and I saw the world's nicest human being. You know how rare it is to find a nice dude? Like an honest to God nice dude who goes, well, he didn't go to church at the time, but he was, Episcopalian, grew up religious, and I was really religious right then. And, so it was like he liked the fact that I was, Asian, and liked international food, and he was excited to meet my family. He didn't like my sister, which actually was a bonus because that actually was a huge bonus. Him not liking Jennifer was like, yes, because Jennifer has had there might have been a history of dudes who like me, Jennifer taking. This was in high school. High school, okay? High school. You know, uh, high school shit happened in high school, but I was very fine with James not liking my sister. Um, I didn't have James meet my father until after we had decided to get married. I went to see James and I said, James, Dad, I'm gonna get married. James and I we're engaged and we're gonna get married. And he said, Jackie, and I quote you this, Jackie, I don't think he's the right guy for you, but I think he's your only option. That's my father. So I said, okay. And that was it. And he met James. He never liked James. Which is fine. He didn't dislike James. He actually learned to really like James later, because James is James. How can you dislike him if you've met him? Um, so we do end up getting married a year after that or something, and then actually the before okay, I told we were gonna get married, right? And then he says, I don't think you have any other options. I don't think this is the right one for you, but and I didn't have the heart to tell my father, like, I'm not asking you for permission to get married. I'm telling you I'm getting married. That's a whole different conversation. So I was at his house. So I told you we bought our house in 2007, in the summer of 2007. We were married in the fall of 2007. So we had joint finances and bought a house together before we actually um, were married, right? So when I went to my dad's house to say, hey, Dad, James and I are going to buy a house. He was like, I don't think you should buy a house. I think you guys should wait a little bit longer. And I said, thank you. I wasn't asking permission. I was letting you know we are buying a house. He says, well, I don't agree with your decision, but that's your life. I said, okay. So we bought a house. So basically, Dad does not approve of the house. He didn't approve of the husband. He didn't approve of the dogs. He barely approved of me. So yeah, but we've been married for 17 years. My dad was divorced and married 3 times. So I didn't listen to his advice. Didn't listen to him. It was like, I'm not listening to you. Mine, we were coworkers for 20 years before we started dating, but we never got to the living together and married part. He's no longer oh man, that's sad. I'm sorry, Katie. Sounds like a plan, Katie. Katie, aw, I send you hugs. Um, Jolie, you guys, I cannot form sentences right now. What is happening? My mom wanted to arrange a marriage with someone from the Philippines. When I was a lot younger, I refused. I didn't do green card marriages. Thankfully, she wasn't too upset. Katie, can I tell you, my mother, I was married. And my mother's like, well, this guy, he's, blah, blah, blah. Like, Mom, I'm married. Ask Jennifer. She's not married. And my mother was, and my sister did actually go meet him. And they actually, it didn't work. They didn't like each other at all. My mom tried it. My mom tried it. My mom wanted him and her family. I might have been hot in one, but I feel you. Hi, Bri. Yeah, so yeah, we've been talking story time. Somebody asked how Jay proposed, and he didn't propose. And I think we are perfectly suited for each other. I think if we had actually gone into a relationship dating like normal people date, we probably never would have been together. He would have been too nervous. I would have been too, you know, it's just not us. The first 2 years of our marriage, even as it is, was tumultuous. And I was like, why are you acting this way? Why aren't you playing video games? Why are you trying to basically a lot of people go from being who they are and thinking what they need to be after they get married or something. So instead of being who he was, which is the guy who leaves a towel on the floor and his clothes next to his bed and plays video games, he was trying to be different. He was making himself miserable. And I was miserable because I didn't know it was wrong. I'm like, what the hell? Why are you changed? What's wrong with you? What like you can't make me happy. That's not your job. I said, I make myself happy. I said, you um this is not how this works. You make yourself happy. I make me happy. I love you. You be you, and we'll be fine. The first 5 years were the hardest. And now we're like, we've been together 17 years. We don't really talk to each other. Um, so what was the other thing I was going to tell you guys? Oh, when we bought the house, because we weren't married, I was my maiden name and he had his name, right? So after we got married, um, I was like, I'm not changing my name. Do you know how much work it is to change your name? And I'd seen every married woman in my family get divorced and have to revert to their maiden name. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, I have a name. Is this the name I was born with? You can have my name, or you can keep your name, but I'm not hyphenating, and that's it. Um, I always date just a tad less good looking than me. Just a, that's funny. I feel you. I honestly, I think James is the better looking of the two of us. He's the one that's, you know, I don't, I think cute is as good as I go, for in my appearances, but whatever. Um, I never thought about it. I feel you, Katie. Mm. So let me show you the bag for those who just walked in and I dropped something. Oh, I dropped my power brick. So this is the bag I bought today. The color is aqua. Isn't that gorgeous? I think this is called the Saint Mark top handle. I have the Saint Mark clutch. And I've been wanting the top handle. They discontinued this bag, so hopefully you can still find it floating around somewhere. It's not on the website, but they still had one at the store at the outlet. Um, when I gave Bill my last name. Um, I think I want to change my last name when I get married, but it depends on that guy's last name. Yeah, I kept my maiden name too when I got married. Um, it's my name. That's exactly how I felt about it, Carrie. I did not want to actually get married. Being married was not. I did not want children. I did not want to get married. I was very success driven. I wanted to go into the NSA. I wanted to move up to Washington, D.C. I wanted to do a lot of things. Being married and having babies was not one of them. My mother was a traditional housewife, socialite, and it really wasn't my jam. It wasn't my jam. Seeing what she had to do and seeing how that divorce went, I'm like, I don't want to go through that, you know. Um, so I wasn't, I mean, honestly, James and I, we're just lucky. I feel very fortunate to have met him. Definitely feel I mean, we shared the same work cube. And honestly, because we shared the same work cube, I work day shift, he worked night shift. I knew we could live with each other because he didn't mind when I moved his stuff from the left side of the desk to the right side of the desk. Do you realize in the shared work group environment that there's people that if you even move their coffee cup, people have like a panic attack or something. So when James and I would work in the same cube and we totally got along, I'm like, yeah, I could live with him. He's super laid back. I love him. He's awesome. I know James is awesome. I tell him that all the time too, by the way. He sometimes doesn't think he's awesome. I'm like, whatever. Like self-doubt, you are brilliant and you are awesome and everybody loves you. And my teachers, when they met him, when I was in college doing grad school, it's James. Seriously. It wasn't, oh, hey, Jackie. No, 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 no. It was James. My mother was James. My mother's like, oh, how's James? My favorite son-in-law. She says that. It's like, y'all, I still exist. Hi. My maiden and maiden name the same. Oh, that's funny. Winnie and Bill already had the same last name there. Okay, I have a funny story about this, guys. Um, Katie says that most of the relationships have been with guys I've known for a long time. Um, my my godfather, he his first marriage was actually to a cousin. Now he was from West Virginia, but it wasn't because they were from West Virginia. He didn't know that was a cousin. It was like his grandmother's sister's family from a different hollow. Because they were in different hollows. They were in the deep. He worked in coal mines as a young kiddo. Um, and when he married his first wife, he found out that they were related when they got married. Because at the wedding, the families knew each other. He's like, wait, what? 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 Like, what do you mean we're related? Why did you tell me? Because we thought you knew. God. Carrie says you're a lucky lady. Thank you, thank you. Haha, his cousin. Yeah, yeah. Cousin like 3 or 4 times removed or whatever, but it didn't matter. They didn't say married with each other. I think they did have one child together. Um but I never knew that kiddo, and when I met my godfather, he was on his second marriage, and I'm still really good friends with his stepchildren. He's no longer in life, but I don't talk to his ex-wife, who is the parent of my friends that I still talk to. It's weird. It's complicated, you know? Well, I was a coal miner's daughter in a cabin on a hill in Butcher Hollow. Yeah. Oh my God. And he still went through with it. Yes, he did, Maya. But see, it was his grandparents, their grandmothers were related. So it was, well, I guess 2 generations removed. But still, yeah, they did. They still got married. Because I'm telling you, they didn't know till at the wedding. Nobody told them. So when he was recruited into the NSA, he had to tell people when they first did that very first check, our second check, the big check, he had to call them and say, "Hey, people are gonna be coming and talking to you about me. Just let them like they interview your kindergarten teachers. Like really, when you get recruited into the NSA, it's a big thing. So, but they were closed mouth. Nobody talked to nobody. They're like, no, I don't know who you're talking about. He had to tell his family, yes, go tell them. His family grew up and they were moonshiners. I mean, seriously, coal miners and moonshiners. He wanted out of that part of the world. He could not wait to get out. And he never went back, really. We were poor, but we had love. Now, I don't think he said that. Mm-mm. No, no. What he said was uh what he did say though later in life was that he wished he had stayed working in the coal mine because he could have run the coal mine because he was very smart. He was very intelligent. But I'm like, well, you know what? And you probably would have had black lung. And I said, good thing you left. Because part of the problem is you can work faster without wearing the respirators. So they would have them. They didn't wear them because you got a bonus for how this is that they don't do this type of mining very much anymore. Now it's strip mining. It's a whole different thing. But back then when men went into the coal mines, um, your payload your bonuses would be like, hey, if you do this much stuff or have no work incidences, like we'll give you a turkey or a ham, and that was a big deal. People, I mean, that was like everybody he knew worked in the coal mines. Everybody he knew, so, but he left. And I'm like, I'm happy you left. You know. but he still passed relatively young. He had other medical issues, but anyway, um, story times. So we've been talking for an hour and a half. I have a headache. It still hasn't gone away. I took 4 ibuprofen. It's still hanging out there, but and it's cold. So I'm gonna go crawl on the bed. You know, I have this week. I have some work I have to do, some reading I have to do. I'm going to do some bag and actually clean my house and do some cooking. I know, shocking. That's my plan. Sunday, we have to talk to the pastor person to talk about his mom's funeral. We're going to have one. Um, we decided that even if we don't know what she wanted, we want one, so we're going to do one. And then visit a friend because we're going to have Ava come for the next few days. So Ava is going to be coming from Monday to Wednesday. We are going to have our shepherd friend visiting us. So I need to clean my bedroom. I remember now. That's what I have to do tomorrow. Laundry, because I need to get stuff cleaned up. So Ava, she's very she doesn't like things high or around her. Y'all, my house is a mess. I need to do some cleaning so my dog, my house guest, which is a dog, can feel comfortable. But that's the plan. That's the plan. Mm. Okay, guys. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Have a great weekend. I'll probably pop in on a members live tomorrow. And I'll be live with Jolie on Sunday, but I don't know because I might be at my friend's house still. We don't know. We have to go get her dog. But we try to be back before nighttime because who likes driving at night? I don't. Not in the country. Anyway, good night, everybody.